Sayadaw, we would like to invite Sayadaw to kindly start the DhammaTalk now.
Let's start our Dhamma discussion by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Namo
Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Cakkavatti Sutta Part 2. Okay? In the last talk, we talk about the Cakkavatti Raja, universal monarch king, and the Buddha's admonishment to his disciples. Now we will continue to talk about the Cakkavatti Sutta. In this way, up to the 7th generation, the successive universal monarchs rules the whole countries by following the duties of universal monarch king. When the 7th universal monarch king ordained is a hermit, as usual, after many thousand years of his king life, then his crown prince, his sons, became a universal monarch. His elder sons became a king in the world. According to the law of the nature, the wheat treasures disappear after 7 days of the universal monarch king's ordinations as a hermit. When it disappeared, the next king didn't try to make the wheat treasures appear. He did then approach the former kings to ask the duties of universal monarch. He rules the countries according to his own idea without following the duties of universal monarch king. While he was governing, there was no economic growth in the country like the former kings who followed the duties of universal monarch. At that time, the prime minister and minister approached the kings and encouraged him to practice the duties of universal monarchs like previous king. According to their suggestion, the king managed to protect the people in the countries in accordance with the Dhamma, but he didn't give the property to the poor people. Because of this, the number of people who are in poor conditions increased. Among the poor people, one man took others' property what was not given. Then so Adhina Dana did appear during 80,000 years of people's lifespan. Then they caught the thief and took him to the king. Then the king asked the thief, why do you take others' property what is not given? Then, the thief answered, I have nothing to live on. I have not enough money for our livelihood to take care of my family. Then the king gave some property to the man, saying, you can keep with this property, you can keep yourself, you can take care of your family. Then exactly the same thing happened with another man. Then the king also supported him like the first man. Then the people know the king was convinced away the property, those who are taking others' property. Then they thought, suppose we also do likewise. And then another man also took others' property, what was not given. They brought him before the king. Then the king asked him why he had done so. Then he replied, Your Majesty, I have nothing to live on. I have not enough money for our livelihood. Then the king thought, if I give the property to everybody who takes others' property, what is not given, then the tax will increase more and more. It will never end. Then he decided to make an end of it to finish with one time. So he commanded his men, please keep the thief cutting his head off. Then they keep the thief. When they have the news, the king killed the thieves who took others' property what was not given. Then they also made very powerful weapons. They took others' property what was not given by killing the owner of the property using the powerful weapons. So please remember, stealing others' property what was not given, adina dana, killing living beings, adina panatipada appears during 80,000 years of human beings' lifespan. In this way, because of the not giving of properties to the needy, poverty increased. From the growth of property, the taking of what was not given, adina dana, increased. From the increase of the theft, the use of weapon increased. From the increase of use of weapon, the taking of life, panatipada, increased. When the taking of life, panatipada, increased, people's lifespans decreased, their beauty decreased. As a result of this decrease of lifespan and beauty, the children of those whose lifespan has been 80,000 years lived for only 40,000. During 40,000 years of human being lifespan, a man thought what was not given. He was brought before the king, who asked him, is it true that you thought what was not given? If he tells the truth, he will be killed by the king. So he answered, no, Majesty. Then intentionally lying, Musawada appeared 40,000 years of human being lifespan. Because of the increase of lying, people's lifespan decreased, their beauty decreased from 40,000 to 20,000. During 20,000 years of human being lifespan, one man took others' property what was not given. Then another man denounced, slandered him to the king, saying, Your Majesty, the man has taken what was not given. Then speaking evil of another, Pisuna Waja, slandering appear, 20,000 years of human being lifespan. Because of slanderings, people's lifespan decreased, their beauty decreased from 20,000 to 1,000. Sorry, 10,000, okay?
Yeah.
10,000. During the 10,000 years of human being lifespan, some were beautiful, some are ugly. Those who are ugly being envious to those who are beautiful. Jealousy, is it? Jealousy, Asa. Then they commit their adultery with others' wives. Beautiful, the ugly commit their kamesu mechacharas to those who are beautiful. So kamesu mechachara such misconducts appear during 10,000 years of human being lifespan. When the such misconducts increased, people's lifespans decreased, their beauty decreased from 10,000 to 5,000. Among the generation, those whose lifespan was 5,000 years, two things increased: harsh speech and useless speech. Okay, Prusa, Vacha, and Sampaplaba. Because of this, people's lifespans and beauty decreased from 5,000 to some 2,500, some only just 2,000. Among the generations, those whose lifespan was 2,500 years, then to them increased covetousness and hatred, abhijja and vyapara. Okay? Abhijja and vyapara appear. Then human being lifespans and beauty also decreased from 2,500 to 1,000. During 1,000 years of human being lifespans, then Miccha Ditti, wrong view, increasingly appeared. Because of this akusala, because of Miccha Ditti, then human lifespan decreased up to 500 years. 1,000 to 500 years. During the lifespans of 500 years, three things increased. Adhamma raga, Visama loba, Miccha dhamma. So Adhamma raga means abnormal lust. They have abnormal lust for unsuitable persons, such as mother, aunt, daughter, sister, etc. This is called Adhamma raga. Visama loba means excessive desire. Okay, they have excessive desires to even those who are lawful, like their own wife or husbands, in abnormal ways. The Miccha dhamma means deviant conduct or wrong conduct. They have deviant sexualities conduct, abnormal sexual relationships to each other, men with men, women with women. Because of these three misconducts, the people's lifespan decreased, their beauty decreased. Okay, 500 years to 250 years, times 200 years. Among those whose lifespan was 250 years, this thing increased. Lack of respect for mother and father, for ascetics and Brahmins, for the head of the clan. Because of the not giving of property to the poor, successively happens anti-disrespect towards all elders and holy persons. So people's lifespans and beauties also decreased from 250 to 100 years. A time will come in the future. Those people will have a lifespan of 10 years. So I would like to tell you the durations of human world during the 10 years of human being lifespan. At the times, girls will be married at 5 years old. These flavors will disappear. Ghee, butter, sesame oil, molasses, and salt. Among them, kudrusa pali, okay, grain will be the best food in the world at the time. Then the 10 causes of wholesome actions, dasa kusala kamapata, will completely disappear. And then 10 causes of evil actions or unwholesome actions, dasa akusala kamapata, will exceedingly appear. For those of the 10 years lifespan, even there will be no words for kusala, moral. So how can there be anyone who do kusala? Those people who have no respect for mother and father, etc., or holy persons, will be the ones who should be honored and praised in human communities. During the 10 years of human being lifespan, no one will consider this is mother or aunt, mother's sister-in-law, teacher's wife, and so on. All will be promiscuous in the world, like goat and sheep, foal and bears, dog and jackals. At that time, fears, hatreds, fears, angers, and thoughts of killings will appear. So they want to kill each other within parents and children, brother and sister, and so on. You see how scary it is during the time. During the 10 years of human being lifespans, there will be a period of weapon wars, Satandra Kappa, for 7 days. They will mistakenly believe each other as wild beasts. Sharp, powerful weapons will automatically appear in their hand. They will kill each other with those powerful weapons. So countless people will die. During this time, people will also experience the 3 catastrophes, namely, Dobekandra Kappa, Satandra Kappa, and Rogandra Kappa, famines, wars, and epidemic diseases.
Oh.
Dobekandra, Dobekandra Kappa means famines, shortage of food. This is called Dobekandra Kappa. Satandra Kappa means a period of weapon wars. Now they are preparing in the war to fight each other, is it? Rogandra Kappa, pandemics, diseases in the war. Now, since they are related to each other, so these can appear one after another. Now we are experiencing them in the world. These appear because of strong lobha, dosa, moha. Now we should summarize in which lifespan, which kinds of akusala kamavata and wholesome cause of action appear as below. Unwholesome cause of actions and lifespan. Stealing, adena dana, and the first thief and the second thieves finishes 80,000 years. Then another one, killing, panati pada, and the third thief executed. Then stealing grows, 80,000 years of human being lifespan. Beauty and their lifespan declines. Then killing, panati pada, is widespread, 40,000 years. Lion, musawada appear, then beauty declines further during 40,000 years as well. Slander, Pisuna wasa appear 2,000 years of human being lifespan. Such a misconduct, kamesu mechajara, appear 10,000 years. During this time, some are beautiful, some are ugly. The ugly combats the beautiful, commit the beautiful in their sensualities. During this time, some are beautiful, some are ugly. So the ugly commit the kamesu mechacharas to those who are beautiful. Okay? Then harsh speech and vain talk, useless speech. Frusa wasa and sampha plapas appear 5,000 years. Then you remember? Kaya doctorita and Waji doctorita already completed. Then Mano doctorita, covetousness and evil. Abhija and Vyapara, 5,000 years. 2,500 years, Sam's 2,000 years. Abhija Vyapara. Mano doctorita. Okay, then round view, mecha deity, 1,000 years. So 10 unwholesome cause of action, dasa agusala kamapata, 10 doctorita completed already since 10,000 years of human being lifespan. You see panatipada, adena dana, kame sumecha chara, these 3 are kaya doctorita, bodily bad actions. Then musawada, pisuna wasa, frusa wasa, samphaplapa. These 4 are vaji doctorita, verbal bad actions. Okay, 3 is abhija, vyapada, mecha deity, covetousness, evil, and wrong view. These are akusala kamavata, 10 cause of wrong actions, okay, then people lifespan and beauty decrease successively. Then, you know, adama raga, abnormal lust, wisama loba, excessive desire, mecha dhamma, deviance conduct, wrong conduct, or 500 years, or human being lifespan. Then disrespect towards all elders or holy persons, 250 years, or some 200 years. Then lifespan and beauty declines further, up to 100 years. From 100 to 10 years of human being lifespan during this time, okay, lifespan is shortest. Then widespread immoralities and war. There will be many war and immoral persons during this day, this year. Now you understand what made human being lifespans and quality to decrease. Only the human beings and their kilesa defilements made their lifespans and quality to decrease. During these times, some people will go to the forest to hide. You know, Satandra Kappa periods of weapon war. They are fighting each other for 7 days. Okay, whatever being they meet, they will kill with powerful weapon. Oh, this is a Satandra Kappa. When the war finished, they will come out from the hiding place after 7 days. They will be happy when they meet each other who are still alive. They will regret when they see the destructions of people due to the performance of unwholesome deeds, akusala. Then they realize and ask each other to do kusala. Okay, so they try to abstain from the evils. So they were avoid from killing living beings. Then they were trying to do kusala more and more. When they abstain from killing living beings, doing kusala, their lifespans and beauty increased. The children of those whose lifespan was 10 years, then were less for 20 years. So 10 years to 20 years increase. Because of the avoidance of killing living beings and doing kusala, the human being lifespans and beauties were increased. Then they will have confidence in doing kusala. So they were trying to do kusala more and more. So they were refrained from killing living beings, taking others' property what is not given. Okay, adina dana. They also abstain from adina dana. Okay, you remember panatipada, adina dana. Then from sexual misconduct, kamesu mechachara. From lying, speech, musawada. From slandering. From the harsh speech and useless speech. From covetousness, from evil, from wrong view, from wrong views. So they were avoided from all 10 unwholesome causal actions, all 10 dojjarita. They were abstained from doing 10 dojjaritas. They were also abstained from 3 things, 3 misconduct. You know, adama raga, wisama loba, mechadama. They were respect for mothers and fathers, ascetics and Brahma, the help of the all holy persons, all higher persons. They will continue to do these all wholesome actions, kusala, because of the accumulation of 10 kusala kamapata. Okay, kusala kamapata, then they will increase in lifespan and beauties. The children of those whose lifespan is 20 years were left to be 40, or half of human being lifespan will increase. Their children were left to be 80. In this way, the human being lifespan will increase up to 80,000 years again. During the 80,000 years of human being lifespan, girls will be marriageable at 500 years old. These people will know only 3 kinds of diseases: HR, greed, okay, anasana, hunger, and jara, old age. There will be, it seems, no real disease at all at the time. In the time of those people, this continuance or Jabudipa, okay, Jabudipa will be powerful and prosperous. Villages, towns, cities will be crowded with the people. At the times, Varanasi will be the royal capital cities called Ketumati, powerful and prosperous, crowded with the people. In Jabudipa, there will be 80,000 cities headed by Ketumati as the royal capital city.
Sorry, Sayadaw, 80,000?
84,000.
84,000. Okay.
In the time of the people with 80,000 years lifespan, the universal monarchs names Senkhas will appear in the capital cities of Ketumati. Then he will rule the whole world as universal monarch. Then during 80,000 years of human being lifespan, the Metteyya Buddhas will appear in the world. The Senkhas universal monarchs will renounce his kingdoms and ordain as a bhikkhu under the Metteyya Buddha. He will become an arhanta soon after his ordination. Then after that, the Buddha will give his teachings to bhikkhus again. In this case, you should try to know there are 2 kinds of kusala. 2 kinds of kusala. One is a vata kami kusala and one is a vivata kami kusala. Up to here, the Buddha explains regarding vata kami kusala. Vata kami kusalas mean you avoid from 10 causes of unwholesome actions. You also do some kusalas, mundane kusala, such as generosity, observing morality, respect for holy person, etc. Then such kinds of kusala will produce its results to be universal monarchs. This is its highest results, especially in human worlds. But it can also produce to be reborn in Deva worlds. Okay? Then, Vivata Gami Kusalas mean the Buddha will continue to talk about for, Vivata Gami Kusala. The Kusalas which can escape from the wrong or rebirth. So, the Buddha will give his teachings to bhikkhus for Vivata Gami Kusala. At the beginning of this sutta, we also recite this and explain this Vivata Gami Kusala. You remember? Atta Diba Bhikkhve Viharata Atta Sarana Anenya Sarana Dhamma Diba Dhamma Sarana Anenya Sarana. Oh, this is for Vivata Gami Kusalas. Bhikkhus, dwell with yourself as an island, with yourself as refuge, with no other refuge. Dwell with the Dhamma as an island, with the Dhamma as refuge, with no other refuge. Or the Buddha encourages you to stay reliant on yourself or your Dhamma. The Buddha, after encouraging to the bhikkhus, he answers us in one question and he answers himself. Okay? How does a bhikkhu dwell with yourself as an island, with yourself as refuge, with no other refuge? Bhikkhus abides contemplating body as body, Kayanupasana. Contemplating feelings as feeling, Vedananupasana. Contemplating mind as mind, Cetanupasana. Contemplating Dhamma objects as Dhamma objects, Dhammanupasana. Bhikkhu stay as Father Buddha's area, Father's land, with the objects of mindfulness, which are four satipatthana. If you do so, your lifespan will increase, your beauty will increase, your happiness will increase, your wealth will increase, and your powers will increase. And what is the cause for being long-lived? Are you? Okay? Developing the road to power. 80 pada is the reasons for being long-lived. So, they are Chanda, Virya, Chaita, Vimamsa. Okay? So if you wish to live long, then develop these 480 padas. What is the cause for beauties? Varna. Having morality is the cause for beauties. Sila. Okay? So if you wish to be beautiful, you must have your moralities. What is the cause for happiness? Sukha. Having the 4 jhanas are the cause for sukha, happiness. So wish to attain happiness, then you should try to practice to attain 4 jhanas. Okay? What is the cause for wealth? Bhoga. Dwelling with the 4 holy abidance jhana. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha jhanas. This one, then you can enjoy with the bhoga, wealth. Okay? If you have these 4 jhanas. What is the cause for power? Bala. Attaining of the fruit of arahata. Arahata phala. This is the most powerful attainment. Okay? This is the cause for power. Only an arahanta can completely conquer the 3 kinds of mara. You know, Deva Buddha mara, Mechu maras, and Kilesa mara. So if you wish to conquer these maras, you should try to practice for the satipatthana until you attain arahata phala, until you become arahanta. Then the Buddha concluded the Cakkavatti Sutta by encouraging you to stay reliant on yourself. How to stay reliant on yourself? By doing all kusala, by practicing the 4 satipatthana until you attain nibbana, until you penetrate the 4 noble truths. At the end of the suttas, so 20,000 people became arahanta. 84,000 beings realized nibbana. So how many listeners, how many meditators realized nibbana at the end of the sutta? Now finished. May all of you also realize nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you for the DhammaTalk, Sayadaw. Now, Sayadaw, we enter Q&A session, Sayadaw.
Okay.
Sayadaw, please explain how to deal with a temperamental character person. Should we keep silent, or should we comforting the person and send metta to the person? Thank you, Sayadaw.
Yes. Although someone is getting angry with you, if your metta is powerful, you can solve the problem easily. Okay?
Oh.
This is short question, short answer.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So that means someone is getting angry, is it?
Yes.
How to deal with this person?
Yes.
Okay. Then you should, if possible, you should avoid this person far away.
Okay.
The anger appears because of ionic somnasikara, unwise attentions or improper attentions. Okay, if you have yoni somnasikara, wise attentions or proper attentions, although someone is getting angry with you, then you can avoid not to get any anger, any angry. Okay.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Then another one. Then you want to listen to remove the 6 things to remove the anger. Number 1, metta nimitta sa alcohol, getting the loving kindness objects. Okay, loving kindness objects are actually beings, all beings. Number 2, Metta Bhavana Nuyogo, then practicing loving kindness meditation, metta meditation. Okay? Then Kama Sakata Pichavakana. Then you can also reflect on the results of agusala. Results of their own karma. For example, someone is getting angry with you. So because of this dosa, he will experience only the suffering himself. This anger will not affect to me like this. Okay? And Padisankhana Balada, you must have wisdom. You must have wisdom. Me, for example, someone is getting angry. Then you can reflect on yourself with your wisdom. To who he is getting angry? Maybe he is getting angry to a group of 4 elements. Okay? Then you can also reflect in this way. Then you can also reflect, I will also die one day. He will also die one day. To who? He is getting angry. I am getting angry. Okay? In this way, he can reflect. If that's a Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention, proper attention, although someone is getting angry with you, then you can avoid not to get angry. Okay? If there's a Ayoniso Manasikara, okay, he is also getting angry because of Ayoniso Manasikara, then if you have Ayoniso Manasikara like this person, then you also get angry. So you only just reflect on yourself. Then although he is getting angry, then this karma will produce only for himself, not for me. Okay, he is getting angry only a group of 4 elements only. Okay.
So there's one question from Brother Henki. This will be online. That he will ask directly.
Shadow, he has three questions, Shadow. The first one is about the period that Shadow has just explained, from 80,000 years down to 10 years. And each period that Shadow explained very clearly, is there any certain period? I mean, a certain long of period that each period will last for?
Not like this. For example, during the 80,000 years of human being lifespans, the Adhinadana death will be years. Then since this time, okay, many people will see others' property during this time because of Adhinadana, the human being lifespan decreased. Okay, slowly up to 40,000 like this.
So basically there is no certain years or certain digits of years of how as to how long a certain period, say about the Adhinadana, because of this morality that human beings is getting down. There is no certain period saying like, oh, this period is only last for like 10,000 or 20,000 years. There is no certain period like that, right, Shadow?
Just now I summarized. Okay, I summarized. You know that 80,000 years of human being lifespan. During these years, you know, Adhinadana will appear. Then another one is a killing. Panatipada also will appear. Or they are related to each other. Then during 80,000 years, human being lifespan. Then their beauties and lifespan will decrease up to 40,000.
Okay. The second question is there any way, if that period comes, can we skip or pass, or is there any way that can help us to pass to that periods quickly, Shadow?
Usually such kinds of akusala karma, you know, unwholesome causal actions appear that when people's lifespans are decreasing during this period. This is also the nature in the world. Okay, when they start to do akusala, one akusala, then they will continue to do the other akusala. This one we call Samvota Kappa. The how to call the people in the walls will become worse and worse. Cannot control. Okay.
Oh, okay. And then the third one, why would the Buddha Maitreya be appeared only when the human lifespans reach up to 80,000 years? Why would not Buddha Maitreya appear in the world when the lifespan of the human beings up to, like, say 10,000 years or 5,000 years or 10 years or something like that, Shadow? So why the Buddha Maitreya appear only when the human life reach up to 80,000 years?
Okay. Actually, the human being, when they do kusalas, more and more, then the human being lifespan will increase up to countless years, actually, asankheya. Okay, this is we call Vivotakapa. The human being lifespan and duty will increase up to countless years or human being lifespan. Then slowly, according to the nature, human being lifespan will decline again. Then up to 80,000. Then during 100,000 years and 100 years of human being lifespan only, the Buddha can appear at any time. Okay, between 100,000 years and 100 years of human being lifespan, anytime the Buddha can appear. Okay, more than 100,000 years of human being lifespan or less than 100 years of human being lifespan, no Buddha can appear in the world. So the Buddha will appear at 80,000 years of human being lifespan. For example, in our world here, the first Buddha, Kakusan Buddhas appear during the 60,000 years of human being lifespan. Kona Gamana Buddhas appear during 40,000 years of human being lifespan. Then Kassapa Buddha appear, 100 years of human being lifespan. Then less than 100 years, the Buddha cannot appear in the world. Okay, understand?
I would like to repeat about the third question, Shadow, where he asked why the Buddha Maitreya only appear and born when the human lifespan is reached up to 80,000 years.
This one, the short answer is, the Buddha Maitreya is fulfilling the temperament. His temperament will complete at the 80,000 years of human being lifespan. That's why he will appear during this time. Then the Buddha gave this prophecy. Okay, sorry. Then here, in our world, there are 5 Buddhas will appear in our world. Okay, 4 Buddhas already appears. The first Buddha is Kakusanda. The Buddhas appear, 40,000 years of human being lifespan.
Okay.
Sorry, no, you can correct.
Okay, correct.
And second Buddha is a Kona Gamana Buddha, 30,000 years of human being lifespan. Then Kassapa Buddha, 20,000 years of human being lifespan. Then our Gautama Buddha, 100 years of human being lifespan.
Okay.
Why they appear in those human being lifespan? Because their temperament completed in those years. During this time, this when they appear. In the same way, Maitreya Buddha also will appear in 80,000 years of human being lifespan in this world. His temperament will complete during this time.
Okay, Sayadaw, this is the next question from Telegram. There's a question, Sayadaw, there are some drugs or medicine can make consciousness disappear. for the usage of anesthetic or drugs in medical purposes, is that action is breaking a sila?
Not breaking silas. Not breaking silas means there are 4 conditions to be cultists or using alcohol and drugs. You should try to understand these 4 conditions. Okay. Number one is being intoxicants and drugs. Okay, being intoxicants and drugs. Then number 2, wanting to be intoxicated, or wanting they want to use this intoxicants and drugs. Then trying to do so, or they trying to use themselves. Okay, they trying to use this intoxicants and drugs. Then they also have intentions to use this drug and intoxicants. Then they really use this intoxicants themselves. Or for medical purpose, if the doctor is doing for the treatment, there's no these 4 conditions. Okay, so no cases.
Shadow, the questions is in the Buddha Vamsa, saying that the height of the Buddha is almost double than the height of the average human being right now. So is that really true that the height of the Buddha himself now is double height of the Buddha of the current human size now?
It is not correct. Maybe a little bit higher than normal human being during their time. Like, okay, their time maybe during the Buddha time in the past, their height will be higher than our height now. Okay, but during this time, the people are also very high. Then the Buddha maybe a little bit higher than the normal people only.
So the height of the Buddha, it is not up to double than the height of the humans average, but it is higher than Shadow. Yeah,
higher than normal people.
Shadow, he has another question. He was asking, is the height of the human being in the past during the Buddha's times, do they have the height which is higher than the height of the current human being now?
Sure. And compared to the Western people, our talk is you see shorter than the Western people. In the same way, during the Buddha time in the past, their height will be higher than the current people.
Shadow, he's asking Shadow whether is it correct that the height of the human in the past it's up to almost as the size as the coconut tree, Shadow, which is more than 4 meters, Shadow.
Not like this. Okay, maybe a little bit higher than nowadays people. A little bit higher, maybe, for example, maybe double height possible compared to the people nowadays. Not exactly mentions, okay? Not exactly mentions for the height of human being during this time.
Okay.
Sayadaw, this is a question from Zoom. The question is, in this present time, if human beings or manusia keep doing kusala, can manusia or human being lifespan increase? If
sure, it can increase, but you see the human being will not do kusala. Most of the human beings will do akusala only. Also, this is the nature. This is we call samvata kappa. Human being and beauty is declining up to 10 years. During the 10 year only, they will experience a lot of suffering. At the time only, they were free sense of urgency, samvika. Okay, they will regret. At the time only, all human beings will do kusala, or because of the power of doing kusala together, then lifespan and beauty will increase immediately. Although the Buddha encouraged the people to do kusala, we encourage the people to do kusala, to practice meditation, to keep the precepts not to break. How many people follow? Now finish?
Sadhu.
Okay, so we will share our merits to all beings. Repeat after me, okay? Etawata cha amehi
Etawata ca amehi.
Sampadam punya sampadam
Sambhatang punya sampadang.
Sabe dewa anumodhantu
Sabe dewa anumodantu.
Sabe Buddha anumodhantu
Sabe bhuta anumodantu.
Sabe Satta anumodhantu
Sabe sata anumodantu.
Sabba sampati siddhiya
Sabba sampati siddhya.
Idhamme nyatinang hotu
Idang me nyatinang hotu.
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
Sukhita hontu nyatayo.
Idhamme nyatinang hotu
Idang me nyatinang hotu.
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
Sukhita hontu nyatayo.
Idhamme nyatinang hotu
Idang me nyatinang hotu.
Sukhita hontu nyatayo
Sukhita hontu nyatayo.
Idhamme punya
Idang me punyang.
Asawakayam
Asawakaya.
Wahang hotu
Wahang hotu.
Idhamme punyam
Idang me punyang.
Nibbānassa piccayo hotu
Nibbana sa pacayo hotu.
Mama punya bhagam
Mama punya bagang.
Sabba satanam bhajemi
Sabba satanang bhajemi.
Te sabbe me samam
Te sabe me samang.
Punya bhagam labantu
Punya bagang labhantu.
Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu
Sadu.
Buddha sasana
Buddha
Chiran
sasana.
Daiddhatu
Buddha
Buddha sasana Chiran
Cira
Daiddhatu
Titatu.
Buddha
Buddha
sasana
sasanang
Chiran
cira
Daiddhatu
Sadu. Sadu. Sadu.
Sadhu
Sadu.
Sadhu